Thanks for joining me again. In this video I'm going to add the sandy beach, the ground cover, a little bit of grass and earth tones, and I'll paint the river bottom and add a little bit of bushes in the background. So stay tuned and hope you enjoy. I've had some sanded grout from when I did my bathroom like 10 or 12 years ago, and it just happens to be a pretty good color for sand. So this is what I'm using here. It's just something I picked up at the hardware store. I sprinkled a little bit on, and I used rubbing alcohol as a wetting agent, and then put white glue and water mixture over top to set it. I don't know if this is going to be good or not. Need to break up those little chunks. Hopefully I'm not making more little chunks. I had some problems with the grout mixture clumping up. It kind of formed almost like little pebbles in it. So this is where I'm just kind of breaking them up with my finger. I eventually used a paintbrush to break it up, and I got it so it looks alright, to my eye anyway. Here I'm just adding some ground foam to see how it looks against the beach. I've glued the legs on my dock, and I'm just poking holes in the plaster to get it to hold it in place and to keep me from having to trim the legs any shorter, because I'd rather have a little adjustability, pull them in or push it in or pull it out to get it to be the height I need. It's not too bad, I just need it to be down level with that. Trying to be careful not to go all the way through the plaster, because I don't want to have any leaks when I pour my water. If I pour water, I figure I'm going to use 2-part epoxy for my water, but we'll see. It's most likely what I'll do. I thought of just painting like some gloss coat on top to make it look shiny, and I think I'd rather give it a little bit of depth with some plaster or some 2-part epoxy. We'll see. I originally put dabs of paint on the legs and just set them in place where I thought I'd need to poke my holes, but it was a little bit off, I guess. Just a little. Trying to do this without breaking the legs off or having them poke right through the top of the deck. That's just, I just need it down just, there we go. That felt like it went. There, a little dab of glue there to hold that. I'm just trying to build up my beach a little bit. I want the dock to kind of sit into the sand a bit. So, see what kind of a mess I make out of this. And I thought it looked a little too manicured, like I mean, the sand ended there, and the sand ended there and there. So in real life, I think it would be all along the shoreline for a little ways anyway. It's hard to find a good angle where I can work on it and not have the camera in my way. I started with browns to represent the sand, and I eventually switched to gray as we got a little further out, and then black for the deep spot, which is pretty much in the corner. I felt this was much better. It just seemed to blend better than I could get it to blend with the brush. I'm starting to think about pouring my water. I don't want the water touching the wall, so I've put just a piece of hardboard there, and I plan to wrap it in wax paper or parchment paper so that hopefully I can pour the water, pull this out, and then pull the paper out. I just don't want the water attaching itself to the wall. It'd probably be a pain in the butt to get off if I ever go to change it. And I've just been throwing some foliage clusters. I've got these guys. Oop. Just been throwing those along the wood there to hide that. It's going to hide that gap there. Doesn't need to be perfect. There's going to be other bushes and stuff in front of it too. Just trying to create a dark background, I guess. Hopefully that'll stay put. I'll add more glue if I have to. Something like that. There's going to be a view block of bushes kind of up here. And then up here, I guess it won't be much of a view block if you can see right down the tracks though, will it? All that'll be covered in trees though, all the way back there. Well, bushes and stuff. I've got a bit of a flat spot back there, and I'm thinking about sticking an industry back there, like just a log loadout or something, I don't know. I'm talking about way back here. Back there. I don't know. We'll see what I end up doing. Lots of ideas. See how many stick. Okay, I did this off camera, but I added a hedgerow in the back there, and I'll just put little like pieces of super trees to the front to give it some depth, I suppose. So you can see the front line of trees. Just about ready to pour the water. I think I'm finally satisfied with this. I think I'm going to tint the water just a little bit with a little bit of blue, I think. Maybe like an olive green. Yeah, maybe an olive green. Very light. Just so it's not completely see-through. But you'll be able to see the detail on the bottom. Yeah, I've finally got the house glued in. I'm just waiting for that to dry. I'm going to put some static grass here and there in splotches. I think I'll leave this as the ground texture though. Maybe add some lighter brown where people walk. Maybe little stepping stones down to the dock. I don't know. Little details I can add later. I want to get the general idea done, the big picture done, then detail it after. Well, I think I'm going to end this video here. The next one will be planting grasses, bushes, trees, and painting the ground in the background. So why don't you stick around for that? And if you want to follow along, why don't you hit the subscribe button for me? And we'll see you in the next video.